It was winner take all just about, at least on Buffalo's side. If they beat the Miami Dolphins in Miami's first trip to Buffalo ever in December, and they play every year since 1966. If the Bills won, home field throughout the playoffs. Dolphins won today, won next week, they would get the same honor. And the question of Frank Reich at quarterback for the injured Jim Kelly. But to steal a song from Free, they were all right now. Baby, they were all right now. And so their 80,000 fans at Reich Stadium thought so. Jim Kelly trying to give a helping hand on the sidelines. Frank Reich, see the guy behind him, Thurman Thomas? It's a good thing he was behind him. Reich wasted no time. The opening kickoff goes to the Bills. Reich puts it up to Keith McKellar, but the big tight end can't hold on. Third play from scrimmage. Reich to Thurman Thomas across the middle. Pick up of 15 yards, and Marv Levy told us this week he'd run the hurry-up offense with Reich. Marv doesn't lie. Reich to the white flash. Don Beebe nailed by Jarvis Williams, but it's a 14-yard pickup. 3 plays later at the Dolphins 27. Reich tries to scramble, but he fumbles. Was he jittery? The Dolphins recovered. Marv Levy had to wonder, Tommy.
You know, blocking Bruce Smith for that line was their #1 job. Richmond Webb got the task. He's a Pro Bowl rookie. He was successful on the day here. He works him inside, gets some help from Keith Sims, and Bruce Smith held without a sack all day.
And that protection helped Dan Marino engineer the best drive, certainly early, to Mark Clayton, just back in the lineup, took some sticks today and was tough. Farrell Edmonds, Pro Bowl tight end, across the middle for 24 yards. Then on third down, watch John Hagee. It's called your clothesline of Tony Martin. They're going to call it a personal foul. It's going to keep Miami's drive alive. Don Shula watches his team on a nice 16-play drive. Pete Stoyanovich had hit 18 in a row from inside the 40. His 19th, no good. And we remain scoreless. The Bills, meanwhile, got a charge led by our Christmas greeter, Kent Hull, on the offensive line. Hull, the Pro Bowl center, blocking for Thurman Thomas. Runs behind Hull and Jim Richter. It's a gain of 11. Reich. Another Pro Bowler, Andre Reed. A nice play that picks up 20 yards. And then Thurman Thomas.
Here he swings out of the backfield and takes advantage of Lewis Oliver's hesitation right there. Scampers upfield for a 22-yard gain.
This is a 13-play, 80-yard march for the Bills. Reich said they'd use everybody, including James Lofton. They did. He zips it, Lofton booms it past McKyer, and the Bills lead it 7-0. $1:21 to go in the first half. Miami has a chance, but Marino is picked by Clifford Hicks at his hot licks. Buffalo leads 7-0 at the half. Nothing went right for Miami to start the third quarter. Short kickoff by Scott Norwegian Wood, but it's fumbled by Mark Logan. Carlton Beetle Bailey recovers it for Buffalo. Reich capitalized. Zips to Andre Reed. 14-0 Bills. Jim Kelly says, I don't have 14 fingers, but there's 10. Marino tried to keep Miami close. To Mark, super duper with the great catch. Miami hanging tough. They were game today. They cut it to 14-7. But Frank Reich's numbers, 15 of 21. One of them, the bomb to Beebe of 44 yards, setting up a field goal, 17-7 Buffalo. And then, when the weather is frightful, it's Thermal Thomas. Thermal nuclear warfare. Thomas scores the touchdown, 24-7. Thomas running on the day, 154 yards on 30 carries. Miami scored a late touchdown, but it's party time in Buffalo. Bruce Smith says to fans, let's tear down the goalpost. I guarantee there'll be no beer consumed in Western New York tonight. Sure, Buffalo beat Miami 24-14, and they're home all the way through the AFC playoffs. Bruce Smith said, how sweet it is.
We've been ready the whole week to play them. I mean, we had coaches coming into the meetings, banging their heads up against lockers and fired up and ready to go. We had to tell a couple of our coaches, hey, you're not playing Sunday. You know, we got to play the game.
You coach for 40 years, you play about 3 or 4 games in your career that's like this, and this is one of them. I told Scott before the game this is the most butterflies I had before an event since I was in the 2nd grade play for the PTA. I was a tree.
Marv and the folks in Buffalo have good reason to celebrate. Miami played a pretty good game, but Tommy, we talked about it on game day. There was a checklist here for the Bills.
Yes, and keeping that checklist, if it was a report card, Chris, the Bills made the honor roll today. It began with total dominance of the offensive line. against the Dolphins defensive line. That led to Reich being comfortable in the pocket and handling that pressure of the AFC's biggest game of the year. How he did it, he distributed the ball offensively. The first touchdown went to James Lofton, his second touchdown to Andre Reed, and in between he hit everybody else on the Bills squad. And oh yeah, a guy named Thurman Thomas, the best go-to guy in the NFL, accounted for those yardage that we saw rushing the football. He also put up another 29 receiving.